Hi, this is Martin. Welcome to SR4T. Today we're gonna see how the auto-propagation feature works, and I'm gonna give you some recommended settings. In the context of the editor of Trados Studio, sometimes we have text that is repeated throughout the document. Okay, so Trados Studio helps us to automatize the process of translating that content in a way that helps us, on the one hand, to not spend so much time typing and thinking, and on the other hand, to reduce the possibility of making mistakes. So this is a very helpful and useful feature, and I'm going to show you how it works and what I recommend doing with the settings. When we are working with a file, for example, we can have information that is repeated further down the road, let's say, in the text. For example, we have this file with the winners of Miss Universe, and one thing that's all over the text is the year, right, of the award. For example, here we have 1952. Further down we have 1953, 1954, and so on. As we can see, all the text below is blank, right? So we're basically starting from scratch. I'm going directly to segment number 14 and doing copy source, right, to introduce the text as is, and then I'm going to confirm it, right? When I confirm this text, I'm going to see that a lot of the segments below now are populated, right? And this was done automatically, right? Because they are 100% coincidence, 100% match. So this match shows up everywhere that I had similar information. As we can see, it doesn't matter if the numbers are different because the system detects this as a variable, right? So so long as the function of the text is perceived as the same, the program will replicate this information as many times as it is repeated afterwards. Okay, so let's go to segment let's see segment 25, right, where we have the height of the winner, right? So I'm going to copy it as is because it's perfect like that, and I am ready to confirm it. Let's see, I'm gonna look for another segment where this shows up, for example, segment 41, right? Segment for 57, and I have segment 75, right, that also has the height, but the values are different. We're going to see what happens when I confirm that segment. I'm going to confirm it, and I'm going to see, oh, let me undo that because I want to show you a little thing. Let's see where we were. Here, we were on segment 25, right? When I confirm this segment and all the matches replicate, the statistics here are going to change too, and we're going to see that these 65 are going to go up a lot, and this at the same time is going to go down a lot, right? Of course, we're going to have more confirmed words because we are confirming this segment. So I'm going to click confirm, but please take a look, check out the numbers down here, okay? See how now this went to 300 and something, and this is 5 now, and this is 1400, and before it was like 1700, and so on. And that happens because a lot of the segments below now are populated with the replication of the information that I just confirmed. Let's go and check out segment 70 something, I think. Yeah, segment 75 that was not 56 and 168, but is 57 and 170. See how it worked, right? Because the numbers, as I said before, are registered as variables. It's like a placeholder. I don't know how to say it, but they always kind of fill in the blanks with the program kind of fills in the blanks with the variables that it finds in the source text. Okay, so since this can be fine-tuned a little bit, I'm going to suggest some settings. For example, if we are replicating 100% match, why not just confirm it automatically, right? And so on. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to File. Okay, up there, the blue button File, I'm going to click File, Options, down there, and when the Options pop-up comes up, I'm going to go in the editor, I'm going to go to Auto-Propagation, right, and we're going to see all these settings. I recommend, well, of course, if you want to have the auto-propagation, you have to enable it, right, so this has to be checked. This value, to my mind, doesn't need to be changed, so we'll leave it at 100. This next option, auto-propagate exact matches to confirm segments, I would enable it in order to have the propagation to override the translations that were already confirmed, right? Because we are assuming that the latest translation is better than the previous ones, okay? So that's why I want to auto-propagate even if the segments were confirmed. And this, to me, this is very useful, it's key, right? Because if we enable this, the segment is confirmed after auto-propagation, right? When we auto-propagate an exact match. For example, if this number was lower. But anyways, I always want to have this clicked, right? Then, again, in my opinion, it's better to have the auto-propagation done downwards, right? That means from the next segment in document and not from the first segment in document. The difference is that if I do next segment, the auto-propagation starts where I'm at and it goes down all the way till the end of the document, but it doesn't go up. Whereas if I choose first segment, it auto-propagates the content in all the documents, right? I personally prefer this, but it's not like, you know, the only option, right? And last but not least, I would recommend choosing the option always, so that when there is the possibility of auto-propagating, the system will ask me if I want to do it, right? That's why I choose always. Of course, all these are subject to your testing and approval, and I always encourage users and colleagues to try different configurations. My favorite are these, and let's go over them for just the last time. Enable auto-propagation, enabled. Minimum match value 100. Auto-propagate, enabled. Confirm segment, enabled. Next segment, and then always. All right, so I'll click OK. And let's go back to our first segment that we confirmed here to see what happens. The difference is going to be that when I confirm this, now I'm going to get a dialog here that says you have 65 coincidences of this translation. Do you want to propagate it as like this, like 1953 to segment 30? So I can see here segment 30, 1953. I say yes. Let's remember segment number 30, right? It's unconfirmed. Let's see what happens afterwards, right? I'm going to go to segment 46 and I say yes, and so on. Since these are numbers, with numbers I always recommend going to check one by one, right? But if it was something else, I would just click yes to all. In this case, since I know that this text has only years, I will click yes to all. Then this will go away, and then I'll continue with the translation. The difference now that we can see is, for example, segment 14 was replicated in segment 30, for example, but now segment 30, unlike segment, for example, 41, right? Segment 30 is confirmed and segment 41 is not. Well, because I still haven't done the second round of confirm and then again, right? See how not necessarily the numeric values are the same, but the structure of the segment is the same, so the program will suggest it as a recommended translation. I will click yes to all, right? And now I'm going to see how the replications are confirmed, which is one extra step and one extra click that I don't have to do, like on the one hand with the years 65 times and with the height another 65 times, so that's like 130 clicks that I don't have to do. And now all the 300 and something words are all confirmed and not in draft anymore. Okay, so yeah, more or less that's what we can do when we are using the auto propagation feature. As I said before, this will help in several ways. For example, it will save you clicks, it will save you time, it will save you the possibility of making mistakes, and it will save you both physical and mental effort. All right, I hope you found this this tip these tricks useful, and I also hope that you'll find more useful material in my channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.